Yeah, Arrowhead Chiefs. It's your girl, Miss Nicole. Queen of Hustle, baby. Started from the bottom, now we here. My homie at the start of his career. Let's go. Try to warn him early, hear the truth. Tuning every Sunday for the juice. Arrowhead Chief Podcast, bringing all the news. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Cris Style. Out here rapping for the crew. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube. If you missed the play, come back for reviews. Post game highlights, go subscribe on YouTube.
What's up, everybody? You are tuned in to the Arrowhead Chief Podcast. Hope everybody's having a good day, considering coming off of a bad loss to the Indianapolis Colts. We're going to get into that in a minute. Before we do, Clarence, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going down, bro?
Never mind.
It should have been a victory Monday, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it, brother. We're going to talk about it. But before we get into it, we want to also give a shout out to Every Morning Quarterback, one of the sponsors for Arrowhead Chief Podcast. If you look down at the bottom, you go to this website, emqpodcast.com/locker-room. You put that, you'll find our podcast, all the audio, all the episodes will be on there. They got a thing called Fan Access Locker Room where they got various other podcasts for other teams. They got a Patriots one, they got a Jaguar one, a Chargers one, the Indianapolis Colts one, who came on the show last week, and the Chargers one came on the one before that. So check them out. Even if you're not a Chiefs fan, go and check them out. Check out Every Morning Quarterback. They also have their own podcast. Check them out. They talk about other stuff too. We're league wide, so go and check them out. So, Clarence. Man. If you had told me if you had asked me last week what my mindset would have been on Monday, I would have said, I'd have woke up happy. We coming off a Colts win. Pat had a great game, balling. We didn't make Matt Ryan look like he's supposed to look, which for the most part we still did. But I wake up this morning,
let it out, dog.
And I'm thinking, how the hell
did
we lose to the Indianapolis Colts? And you know what? I want to give a shout out to my coworker Jewel, who jinxed me. He all week he was talking about, oh man, y'all gonna be looking ahead to the Buccaneers and the Raiders and the Bills, man. Y'all gonna lay an egg here. And I'm like, nah, man, we not gonna lose to teams like this, man. And man, here we are sitting here.
Oh man.
Lose to the Colts 20-17.
20-17. Yeah.
What happened, Clarence? What happened, man? How do we lose to Matt Ryan and that offense?
Hold on, dog. Let me refresh your memory. There was a couple of things I hit on when we did this preview. I said they was playing at home. It was their home opener. Yeah. I said that Clyde would need to have a big game. All right. And that was two things. One thing happened. The other thing didn't happen. Clyde did not have a big game. You feel me? Like, and like we've been discussing for the past couple of weeks, it could not all be on Pat to win a ball game. It can't be all on Pat when you subtracted and you think the additions that you added were better than what you subtracted away. You feel me? Like, not to take nothing away from MVS and Juju and all them other guys, but Tyreek was a great equalizer to break a defense. Yeah. So when you have that situation, you got to be able to run the ball, dog. You know what I'm saying? You going into Indy, like I said, it's a home opener. They open that damn dome up. You know what I'm saying? They fired up. That record didn't do them justice to begin with. You feel me? So you going in there, why not establish an identity on the ground? Like, at least make them respect the fact that you are willing to run the football.
Yeah.
At least that. You know what I'm saying? And then you still have to give credit where credit is due. Like the defense plays solid. You feel me? For them to go into Indy and compete like that, that's impressive within itself. So take your hat off to the Chiefs defense for being able to play good football on that side of the ball. It's just offensively they was out of sync. They couldn't get on schedule in the passing game. They didn't stick with a running game. They didn't try to get a running game going. Now
Right.
today you got national media talking about this offense is going to continue to go into the toilet, and we're looking at the beginning of a collapse or a soft rebuild in Kansas City. All of these different question marks is coming up now, and it's like, this is what happens when Patrick loses. This is the reaction that Patrick gets when he loses. But they're not saying this about Josh.
No.
Josh went to South Beach and lost yesterday.
Which I predicted.
Tom lost yesterday. Yeah. Tom lost. Yeah, Tom lost yesterday. But Patrick got to deal with, this offense is going to take a step back and this and that. Like, this is what happened when he loses. But all of this could have been avoided if they just would have ran a damn football. Call me old.
And one thing I will agree with what Dan Orlovsky said, and I heard a few other people say, is I personally think the Chiefs went to Indianapolis and thought they could just show up and win. I do. They looked so flat on offense. Now it could have been, the poor special teams play and all that, man. But I'm not gonna jack that. The offense looked so bad.
The shame on Andy and Eric Bieniemy for not preparing them enough, or at least setting the game plan to have some balance in it, because they didn't have no balance yesterday whatsoever.
But if you look at the offense was moved, they just look like they are. We're just gonna show up and beat you with Travis Kelce. That's how it looked.
Yeah.
It looked like we're gonna beat you with Travis Kelce and we're gonna win the game. We're gonna do just enough to beat y'all.
And if that's the case, then that's a huge problem going forward. Because it can't be that.
It can't. Now we're gonna get into the horrendous special teams yesterday. Now Dave Tope is considered one of the better special team coaches in this league. At one time, before we was talking about Eric Bieniemy, they was talking about Dave Tope being a head coach. But for whatever reason, that never came to fruition. So yesterday was probably one of the worst performances I've seen from our special teams. Now I get it. Amendola is not our kicker, and he got cut from the Jets for this very reason. So there's a reason why he was on as a free agent. So so it was going to end up rearing its ugly head eventually once things started going.
Right. But even still, like, if you knew that he was inconsistent on field goals and PATs, like, wouldn't you go into it and say, okay, we really don't have full confidence in this kid, so let's try to get him as close as we possibly can before we're attempting a field goal, instead of, okay, his line is supposed to be at the 40, let's try to get to the 30 at least. You know what I mean? Like, that has to fall on Andy and the play calling, man. Like, this is all on in my opinion, it's all on Andy and Bieniemy. Like, they have to eat this for yesterday.
And the crazy part is, we did everything we can to lose that game. Everything. And even with all the stuff that we had going on, we still should have won that game. Because regardless of what y'all want to say, for all y'all that's watching, the defense played actually very, very good.
Outstanding. Yes, they did, dog.
The defense did their job.
Haven't you noticed a trend, like, when they lose, a lot of times they beat themselves?
Yeah. They shoot themselves in the foot. From the Sky Moore muffing a punt. The kicker missing kicks. Travis Kelce dropping passes, dropping touchdowns. Patrick missing a wide open MVS streaking down the field that probably would have been a touchdown. Like, some of his throws sometimes be behind. Like, even the Juju, when Juju caught that pass,
Yeah.
Good thing he got some good hands because he kind of threw it behind him.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So just as much as we try to blame other pieces, we gotta throw this on
Oh
Patrick
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah.
He
Oh
had
yeah.
some miscues and throws, and you know,
Absolutely.
so
Hmm.
that's just and like I said, I don't expect this to be the norm. I expect them to use this punch in the mouth because this is what this was, a punch in the
Hmm.
mouth. They tasted blood. All right, let's reset and let's go. Let's get this thing right.
Hmm. 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 And I mean, if you want to, for those that want to look at it and say, yeah, they were looking past the Colts. I mean, I guess you could point that to the younger guys and say, well, they were geeked for next Sunday night going to Tampa and playing time. Okay,
Mhm.
but you got enough veterans on that team that should be able to get them together and say, listen, every team in the NFL, every team in the NFL, I don't care if they 0-16, they are still a dangerous team and can beat you. Like there's enough veterans on there to grab the core of the young guys and say, nah, we're not doing that. This is business. Let's go and take care of business. They just wasn't on schedule yesterday in the offense. The offense was behind schedule a lot, a
Yeah,
lot.
I agree. I agree. It was just sloppy, sloppy, sloppy play. This doesn't look like a team who was 10 days off and coming and
Hmm.
ready to play. Yeah, I
Hmm.
expected these guys rejuvenated, recovered,
Hmm.
ready to go. The
Hmm.
offense flowing.
Hmm.
The
Yep.
running. And they got to get this running game right because the running game didn't look good, and it wasn't just Clyde.
No.
It was McKinnon,
No.
it's Pacheco,
Yeah. Yeah.
and Pacheco. I love the way he runs hard, but on kickoff
Yeah.
return, he got to calm down.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
got to calm
Yeah.
down on kickoff returns. He
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
he run too hard on the kickoff returns, and it
Yeah.
looks like he's
Yeah.
pressing. And when he
Yeah.
runs too hard, it's different running through
Yeah.
holes and running on the
Yeah.
kickoff when it's wide open.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just need to
But you
focus, and go.
but the issue is that he's got to grow through that all year. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is going to be an entire year of him making these mistakes. We're not going to see that growth in him probably until next year. This is just one of those rookie growing pains. You just got to
yeah.
live through it.
And
You know what I
Andy
mean?
Andy talked about it this morning. He said that there's going to be some growing pains. This is a young core. He's
Hmm.
been saying that since off season
Hmm.
that we got a
Hmm.
lot of young guys on this team, and we're gonna have
Hmm.
it's gonna have situations like yesterday where Sky Moore
Hmm.
muffs a punt. Well, Isaiah
Hmm.
Pacheco, he's coming out every
Hmm.
time he gets the ball
Hmm.
out the end zone,
Hmm.
and he almost
Hmm.
fumbled one.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's just
Hmm.
something he's got to learn. Something
Yeah.
he's got to
Yeah.
learn.
Yeah. 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 It,
Now, go ahead, man.
nah, go ahead.
Now, of
Uh,
course, in national media, and it was caught on camera. It was
uh,
caught on camera.
mhm,
Eric Bieniemy, Patrick Mahomes at halftime, going into half.
mhm,
You see Pat, he's frustrated. We've seen this from Patrick, not just aimed
mhm,
at Eric Bieniemy. I've seen
mhm,
him like this when Andy,
mhm.
he wants to go down and score. We got an
Right,
opportunity to score, and Andy's like,
right,
nah, let's kick a field goal
right,
or let's
right,
down,
right.
whatever. Him and Eric Bieniemy have an exchange, and it
Mhm,
seemed like Andy had to kind of like break him up or
mhm,
whatever. And
mhm,
and, and kudos
mhm,
to Eric Bieniemy, he played it cool. He actually did.
mhm.
That could have been a whole lot worse
It
situation.
could
He
have.
could
Oh yeah,
because
absolutely.
he could have got in his ego and his pride and cussed
Mhm,
back at
mhm,
yelled at Patrick Mahomes,
mhm,
and that
mhm,
could have been worse. He
mhm,
just kept saying, "It's
mhm,
cool. We're good. We're gonna be all right. It's
mhm,
good."
mhm,
I just want to get your
mhm.
thoughts on that. What you saw?
I mean, is it? I think. Well, one of the biggest things, optics is everything. You know what I mean? Like to to see them going through that, on the outside, you're looking at it, you saying, "Oh my God, they're arguing," but this ain't nothing new from when Phil Sims was arguing with Parcells, or
Right.
when Tom is chucking 2 and 3 Microsoft tablets. You know what I'm saying, and breaking them. Like this is just this is normal competitors wanting to be the best and to win a football game. You know how Patrick is. Patrick want to score, like you said. Patrick want to run it up on everybody. You know what I mean? And Eric Bieniemy is that voice of reason, and sometimes they're not going to agree. You know what I mean? Like you can't be in that business and be the best at your position like Patrick is and not or be the best at your position and always agree with every play call that comes in. So, I'm happy that they argue. I'm happy that they don't agree. You know what I mean? Because it tells me, okay, both of them are locked in on a job and they trying to get this thing fixed. They trying to score points, and it's Eric Bieniemy's job to keep them on schedule. It's Patrick's job to execute. What Patrick sees sometimes is different from what Eric Bieniemy wants to do. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm happy that they fighting. I'm happy that they got that passion. I don't think
Yeah.
it's a problem.
I don't think it's a problem either because you do want to see that. You want to see
Mhm.
your quarterback. He believes, and that lets you know he believes in the guys around him that they can get
Mhm.
down there and score.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, and
Absolutely.
Stephen A. was talking about this morning where he said, Patrick Mahomes, he's a proven track record to give him a chance to even try it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Mhm.
I'm not mad at
Mhm.
what Eric Bieniemy said. Like we cool, let's just down it
Mhm.
and take it to the half. But I'm also not
Mhm.
mad at Patrick wanting to say, "Hey,
Right.
I believe in the guys around him. Let's get something going
Right.
into the half. Let's
Right.
bring some momentum in there so we
Right.
can, and plus we
Right.
get the ball back. So,
Right. Right. Right.
I get it. I get it on both sides. I
Yeah.
get it on both
Yeah.
sides. So.
Yeah.
Now, I want to get back into the defense. Now,
Mhm.
like I said before, the defense played exceptional well,
Mhm.
but we were missing Willie Gay in this game. That
Absolutely.
that first touchdown to Jelani Woods,
Yeah.
I believe Willie Gay sniffs that out. I could be
Mhm.
wrong, but I believe Willie
Mhm.
Gay sniffs because that was a Darius Harris, and he's
Mhm.
he's gonna have
Mhm.
a magnifying glass on him.
Mhm. Mhm.
Darius has missed the coverage, and he let Jelani Woods slip past him. I believe
Mhm.
this is where we're gonna miss Willie Gay. Him
Mhm.
flying around because I think even some of those tackles on Taylor, which they still did a good considering
Right.
they did a very good job on Taylor,
Right. Right.
Jonathan
Right.
Taylor. They did a
Right.
very good job
Right.
of
Right.
containing him, not letting
Right.
him break big
Mhm.
runs. It was hard.
Mhm.
It was tough. He had a tough
Mhm.
day sledding running the
Mhm.
football. It wasn't like it was some
Mhm.
easy runs. So
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
kudos to Nick Bolton. He stopped him on a fourth and inches play.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
Nick Bolton is
Yep.
always going to be great.
Yep.
Like Nick
Yep.
Bolton always
Yep.
making plays. But we
Yep.
did miss Willie Gay in coverage yesterday, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the thin line between Jonathan Taylor having 70 yards and 167 yards is a very thin line. So for what they was able to do defensively to stop him, and also like you got to take your hat off to that defensive line, like being able to give the Colts offensive line as many problems that they did, like that was impressive. Like to have Matt Ryan trying to roll out, you know what I mean, and trying to make an extra throw and getting caught from behind every time. That's kudos to that line pressure. So,
Mhm.
I think the defensive line and the linebackers, even given the fact that Willie was out, I think they played solid. And also Juan Thornhill showed up yesterday. Like
He
Juan
did.
was out there balling. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the defense as a whole, like they was locked in on that side of the football yesterday for sure.
Yeah. They definitely
Absolutely.
the defense, they play their
Hmm.
asses off. I can't get too mad at the defense.
And what the coach like to do offensive. Remember, I was mentioning last week. I said, one of the biggest things was the tight ends, Mo Alley Cox and Jelani Woods. And lo and behold, Mo Alley Cox and Jelani Woods got busy yesterday. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what the coach always wanted to be. You know what I mean? The occasional big pass on the perimeter to a wide receiver, but when they get in that red zone, like they looking for them tight ends, like that's where Matt Ryan wants to be at. Once he gets in the red zone, it's if we can't get this run, we scheming something to get a one-on-one matchup with our tight ends because we can win those matchups. You feel me? So it just so happened that came to fruition yesterday and not 2 weeks ago. You
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. And Mark makes a good point in the comments that the Chiefs will have some tight end matchups coming up, which are Waller, Nasser Knox, and Break next week. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be some matchups, and Darius Harris is gonna definitely have to keep his head on the swivel, or they're gonna pick on him. They're definitely gonna pick on him.
But it can go one or two ways. You know what I'm saying? That thrown into the fire, getting that experience, it could be helpful, or it could kill his confidence. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's a hell of an athlete. You know what I mean? And I think he'll be able to pick this up and make the right adjustments so he's not exposed. You feel me? Like, I think outside of maybe Tampa, because Tampa has Kyle Rudolph. Outside of Tampa, like, you don't have that same dual tight end threat in Vegas. I mean, you got Foster Moreau on the other side of Darren Waller, but he's not that. You feel me? Like, he hasn't been that his entire career.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that dual tight end issue, like we saw yesterday, maybe Tampa, if Kyle is locked in and it got his legs underneath him next week, but it should primarily just be one moving forward. You know what I'm saying? They just got a key on wherever he lines up and trying to identify that quickly as they can, make the adjustment, either put Bolton over there, make sure that Harris got Juan or Reed on the backside behind him that can help him out. You know what I'm saying?
Or
It's got to be one or the other.
Or do what they used to do with 49. What's his name?
Dirty Dan.
Dirty Dan. What they did with do it with Cook and have Cook come in and be that extra line, that kind of hybrid linebacker and cover the tight ends. Like, you know, now Dirty Dan didn't do a good job of it, but I think Cook would be I think Cook would do better. I think Cook will be a better
spicy today, man. That was spicy.
I mean, come on, man. We all know Dirty Dan was the liability in coverage. So, but I think Cooks can possibly be definitely an upgrade over that. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, and he ornery as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, he want to put his face in there. So most definitely.
Yeah, he wants to hit something. So
oh yeah.
So yeah, definitely. So yesterday, so also, you know, as much as the defense played good, we gotta talk about Chris Jones. Now look, Chris Jones played pretty good.
Yeah,
and look. As a veteran, you got to know.
Hold on.
And game time situations, crucial situations. Look, I get it. I hate the. Let me put this out there. I hate the taunting rule. I think it's the dumbest rule because emotions run high. When you get a first down and you know you got good coverage on the wide receiver and the receiver snatches the ball out the air. He's gonna feel it. I just caught the ball over you, homie.
I agree with that.
If a running back is running and he shakes somebody, he gonna woo. You know what I'm saying? Even you know what I'm saying. And if a defensive player catches a sack or gets a big hit, emotions run high. But the referees are right there.
Listen,
you can't. They are they are sensitive. They are throwing flags. They did it last year.
Hold on, Chris. Hold on. Let me ask you this: is this the world's debate competition? No, it's football. Why is words? How did words become worthy of a flag? Like they were talking back and forth. Matt Ryan had some shit to say too. So if you're gonna throw, you need to throw two flags, one for Matt Ryan and one for Chris. Like, why y'all gonna feel a type of way about some damn words, dog? Like, really, that's what we doing? I mean, he didn't put his finger, he didn't mush him in the head. You know what I'm saying? He didn't grab him up around his collar. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make no aggressive moves towards Matt Ryan. All he probably said was, "You a punk ass bitch," something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then. They grown men, and this is football. Like, come on.
I mean, from what I'm reading, all I saw was him say, "Yeah."
See,
Yeah,
see.
yeah. That's all I
And how was
saw.
that how was that a flag? Like, come on, man.
They,
The rest is
they,
being a little too petty with that shit.
they are being petty. Like I said, they
That,
are being
that's
petty. They are being
that's some
petty.
bull. That was some bullshit. That like I when I saw that flag, I'm like, hold on. So was there something that happened outside of the camera shot? Like, what's going on right now? Where's the flag? And then they said time, and they put the camera at Chris. I was like, hold on. He didn't stand over him. He didn't punch him. He didn't grab his face mask. He didn't mush him in the head. They was just talking. Oh, he got a flag for some words in football? Like, come on, dog. Come on. Words in football, bro.
They cracking down, man.
Man, look, that is a subjective flag because let that have been 12 in Tampa, they would have thrown that flag.
We saw that. We saw that last week with 12 in Tampa.
See, come
when
on,
he pushed,
man.
when he got into the players, that's what ignited it.
When he pushed him,
he pushed. Was it Marcus Lattimore, right?
Pushed. Yeah, he pushed Lattimore. It wasn't words. Chris got a flag for words. It was words, bro. Like, man, if y'all want to give the coach the advantage in that situation, just give it to him. But don't do no hoe shit. Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Like I said, I agree. I hate the taunting rule. I think it's the dumbest rule ever. These are grown men who make millions of dollars, and and let them celebrate. As long as he ain't grabbing somebody, you ain't putting your hands on somebody, you ain't throwing them down or whatever.
Standing over them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I even get that. You standing over them or whatever, degrading them or any type of way. If a dude get I got you, you know what I'm saying, yelling in their face or whatever, they ain't get a problem with that.
Yeah, because Matt Ryan was talking too. You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing. If Matt was just standing there like, okay, you got me, you're right, I'm a punk, okay. But no, Matty was running his mouth back at him, so it was mutual words. I can't say mutual combat because they was just talking. You feel me?
It was ticky tacky. Ain't gonna lie to you, it was ticky tacky, especially in a tight game like that. I mean, that pretty much decided the game.
How does the team that doesn't go to the Super Bowl last year? How are they still the hunted? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get that.
Yeah. Then Mark said the refs control the money.
Straight up, Mark. Tell it, dog. Real. He ain't lying. He ain't lying, man. For real.
That line was kind of fishy this week, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a little fishy.
All
right. Yeah.
See, I ain't even follow it.
Yeah, it was kind of fishy. 5.5.
Say less.
Against the team that we supposed to demolish. So man,
no, hold on. They listen to me. See, so motherfuckers be listening to me when I be telling them. Coach was gonna have the dome open. It was a home opener. Like, they was gonna be feeling themselves, and they was gonna be turned all the way up to 25. Everybody listen to me. I pat myself on that. Everybody listen to me.
Yeah. You was more cautious than I was, because I was over here like, man, we about to mud stomp these dudes.
Right, but we were both off on the points though, because I said 37, you said 31. Yeah. You feel me? Like, nobody saw that coming. Like, nobody.
And if Pat hits
17 points,
if Pat hits MVS on that touchdown and Travis catches that touchdown, we might have got there. But I digress. Whatever. Now, Clarence, we got to talk to Chiefs Kingdom real quick, because you know how it is when we lose games. The sky is falling. We got to fire this person. We need to fire Andy Reid, fire Eric Bieniemy. It cracks me up that when the bad calls and bad plays are being called on the field, it's Eric Bieniemy. But when we have success, it's Andy Reid. Like, what are we doing here, man?
All the time, man.
Why are y'all always coming at Eric Bieniemy, y'all?
All the time. I don't understand this for the life of me. Like, they take this L, and we as Chiefs fans need to relax. This is week 3. This is not to lock up home field throughout.
No.
This is growth at on the job training, under fire, like finding things that work, finding guys that can step up, who will be consistent for you, learning about egos, because Andy and Bieniemy have their egos involved in this shit. Like you hopefully they're learning that everything can't always be about Pat and putting it on Pat. Like, we have to find balance. You feel me? Like, it wasn't on Juju and MVS and Cole and whoever Watson. It wasn't on them. So to say, well, where's Sky Moore? Put Sky Moore in the game. Like, why as Chiefs fans, why are we panicking so damn quick? Like, I want to see more Jody. You feel me? Like, I want to see more Noah Gray. I want to see more. Where the hell is Rojo? I'm in that same boat as y'all, but this is week 3. We still got a lot of games to get through, and we still got to figure out who works well in what formations and what plays. Like, just calm down and relax a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
And tip your hat to the fact that the Colts was hungry. They hadn't won a game yet. They tied in week 1 and got the doors blown off of them down in Duval. Like, they came in with the mindset of, we are going to beat this team. But it's not all doom and gloom and the Chiefs ain't shit. They ain't gonna win the AFC West and this is a soft rebuild. Like, just cut the shit and relax, people. Please. Give them time, please. Yeah. You still got 15.
We got 15. We still got 87. We still got Andy Reid, man. We gonna be all right, man.
Yeah. They're supposed to lose ball games.
and look, on the up, the positive, the defense is looking good through 3 games.
Thank you. That's a defense that can go on the road in the playoffs and win a ball game if they have to. Like, thank you. Get some key stops when you need them and get them off the field and get your offense back on the field. They can flip field position and get turnovers. Thank you.
Like the defense is actually playing really good. We're not looking like, remember last year how the defense looked lost. Dudes didn't know they was out of place, wide open catches. Dudes was just getting the defense looked miles better.
Do y'all remember Jamar Chase catching a screen route and riding out between 7 motherfuckers and scoring a touchdown? Like, that's what we dealt with last year. Do you remember Dawson Knox? And you see the shot of Honey Badger there with his hands up, like, what are you doing, Dan? Like, you just gave up this big play at home to this tight end, and he's riding out for 70-something yard touchdown. Like, relax, everybody.
Yeah, like Justin Reed, Juan Thornhill, Bolton.
Yeah.
And the crazy part, down the stretch, we get Willie Gay back. We get Trent McDuffie back soon. So we getting reinforcements back. So
you got Carlos Dunlap balling.
Yeah, Carlos looks good out there.
Yeah, you got Colin Sanders balling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got George doing his thing. Like, there's so much to be happy about. Like, so what, we lost. It wasn't going to go 17-0 anyway. You know what I mean? Like, 13-4 or 12-5, that's a good season. Hell, and that might get you a number 1 spot in the AFC with the way this shit look. Like,
yeah, because a lot of teams lost yesterday. And matter of fact, let's get into it. All this talk about the AFC West and the things are still the same. We're going to win this division. I'm letting y'all know this right now.
Absolutely.
Chargers are charging as usual. They just got their doors blown off of them from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
At home.
They got smoked.
At home. Lost their left tackle. Yeah.
Slater's out for the season.
They don't know what they're doing with Austin Eckler no more. Joey Bosa sometime.
He's dealing with a groin injury. J.C. Jackson, they said that the surgery on his ankle is not responding right. I'm telling you, man, as much as was made in the offseason, how the Chiefs are going to be fourth in this division, or the Chargers are going to win this division, the Broncos, the Raiders, man, it's the same old story.
The Raiders paid money to the self-proclaimed best wide receiver in the NFL, and they still can't win a damn ball game.
They can't get him the ball.
They can lose ball games, but they can't win none. Like, you blow a lead against the Cardinals, you couldn't. You let the Titans get a lead on you, and you had to try to fight your way back in Nashville. You let Ryan Tannehill look like he was. I don't know. I won't say Pat. I would at least say Tua. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you got the Broncos, who they what 2-1 right now, but I mean, they can't score.
They're a fraud 2-1. They're a fraud 2-1.
Yeah, they can't fucking score. Like,
they should have lost yesterday. They should have lost yesterday.
Yeah, they should have lost yesterday. But Jimmy act like he can't throw the football past 15 yards.
And
so now we got to listen to.
And he taking bad safeties and.
Man, come on, bro. Now we got to listen to Russell dog ass all week. Let's ride, Bronco country. Let's ride. Man, shut up, please.
I agree. Please, I agree with Mark. J.C. Jackson, other than Stephon Gilmore, corners who leave New England never do good outside of New England. It's always the scheme. And even when J.C. Jackson was in New England, he used to get torched a lot. He used to get smoked.
He wasn't your so-called top corner on that team. Like, he wasn't a lockdown guy when he was in New England. You know what I mean? So how the Chargers looked at it and said, we're going to bring him in and he's going to be the missing piece to the puzzle in our secondary, was just mind-boggling. I mean, I didn't understand that. And even, especially when Reek was gone. Yeah. Like,
and then even as an AFC as a whole, like, Buffalo Bills was looking dominant against bad teams. I mean, Rams is decent, they're good, but they weren't in sync.
That's debatable.
They weren't in sync. You could tell they're not in sync because now they look better. Then they played a Tennessee Titan team that's not good. They're not. This is be real. They're not
at all. Not at all.
Then they go to Miami, and I told people they losing Michael Hyde. Michael Hyde is gone for the season. That's their best safety. Poyer's out.
And Poyer was out. Yeah. Yep. And Tre'Davious White's still not back yet.
Right. And mind you, the defense played well, but they was playing against Tua.
Yeah, it was Tua. It was a division game. So the expectation shouldn't have been we're gonna run the score up on them. Like, you should have known it was going to be nip tuck back and forth for maybe a close ball game. But I mean, Miami was not. They put their foot down and said enough is enough.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree, Mark. Yeah, you ain't going nobody in AFC East. I mean, back then, who was it? Stephon. That was it. Yeah, he was dealing with Diggs, and that was it, man. That was it, bruh. Don't even get me started on Jimmy. Don't get me started on Jimmy, man. We'll be here another 45 minutes me talking about Jimmy's ass. Oh, God. Yeah. Baseball score. 11-10. Baseball. The Giants and the Rockies. Come on, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, it was, I mean, the AFC, as I see it right now, like,
it's up for grabs, man.
It's up for grabs, but it's going to come down to the two teams that's been there. Well, I take that back. I can't say two because there is one more team that you got to put in that equation, and that's the Ravens. Ravens. Lamar is back.
Lamar Jackson is the sneaky. He is the sneaky MVP in 3 games right now. And I said it.
Yeah.
I said
it. For real, dog.
Even because that loss against the Miami Dolphins wasn't his fault. Yeah. That was on the defense.
That was on all defense. Yep. But he I think he leading the league in touchdowns the first 3 weeks and leading the league in passer rating for the first 3 weeks. Like, yeah, he's that. He's that right now. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy how he looks more. He's throwing it down the field better. He
Mm-hmm.
he's playing the. They said last year against the single high safety he was bad,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but
But he
now
healthy.
now against the blitz he's
Mm-hmm.
number one in the league against the blitz.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He learned,
Mm-hmm.
man, and he's throwing
Mm-hmm.
down the field, and they finally got a receiver in Bateman who can get open down the field on him, and they opened up their playbook. That's another thing.
They opened up the playbook.
That was
And on
that was
top
my
of that,
that was my
go ahead.
biggest gripe with the Ravens was Greg Roman never opening up that play.
Right,
He
right,
always played
right,
scared.
right. But now peep game. So they got Rashad Bateman. Duvernay is coming into his own. They still got D Rob on this squad. They still got Mark Andrews. They got this kid named Likely, who's the other tight end.
Yeah,
And
he's
you
good.
getting JK back right now.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, dog. Come
Yeah.
on.
So the
And
Ravens,
Lamar's throwing that thing. Come on, bro.
the
Come on,
Ravens'
dog.
problem on defense is they need a pass rush. They don't have a consistent pass rush.
Didn't they just sign JPP?
I don't know if
I
they
could have.
signed him.
I think they.
He visited, but he didn't.
Okay,
But
man. If they get JPP,
yeah, he could help the
it could
pass
be
rush.
something to look at. Yep.
He could help the pass rush definitely.
Help Justin Houston out. Calais. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I agree with Billy. Pat will get it together next game. He's got to. We want to get Tom Brady. This is the gauntlet. Now you got Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
got the Raiders, whatever. But then we
Yeah.
got Josh Allen. And then we got to go to 49ers. So
let me ask you this then, Chris. Okay, so Billy said Pat will get it together. So are y'all happy with Pat having 30 plus passes a game, or does there need to be more balance? You dig what I'm saying? Because I don't agree with it all being on 15 shoulders
I don't
going
either.
into this stretch.
And this is why I'm laughing at the this is why I'm, the defense, I'm happy about the defense being better because I believe that they can win us games this year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Last year,
right.
even though in the middle of the season the defense did win us some games because the offense was a little off, it was out of sync a little bit because they was learning how to play, not having to get the deep shots all the time, taking what the defense gives them. I think this year's defense is better to do it in a more consistent basis. Like I feel like we could depend on this defense just a little bit more.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I'm just looking at it from the standpoint, worst case scenario, they don't get that number one. They end up having to go on the road this year, like in the postseason. Like we to find some type of identity in that running game allows for Pat to be able to play extra Pat. Because I think it was the first 2 weeks he was getting hit with that blitz a lot, and then yesterday they didn't blitz him hardly at all. You know what I'm saying? Like this running game helps him out in such a way. Like, and I also heard I was listening in a Twitter space earlier. They was talking about how the wide receivers wasn't getting a lot of separation and shit like that. I'm like, well, all of these things can get rectified and get fixed. You know what I'm saying? But you need where Pat was able to. They was able to put it all on him. Part of it was because you had a Tyreek to put with a Travis. You feel me? And now that you don't have a Tyreek and you got basically LeBron and a bunch of role players, you know what I'm saying? Maybe definitely one other All-Star having Travis. You did. You gotta have that running game to marry with this pass. You got to.
Yeah.
You got to. That keeps them off of his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like when the Chargers was coming all at his feet and everything, and he had to throw awkward ass touchdown passes to Justin Watson with that pressure. Like that running game keeps them from doing all of this shit. You feel me? Like I'm just trying to keep him from being so exposed and to show that they have balance to this offense. You
Yeah,
feel
I
me?
agree.
Which is
Yeah, I
huge for
agree.
them, dog. It's huge. Because everybody know what they gonna damn do. Everybody know. They're gonna force feed Travis. They're gonna try to hit some jet sweep shit to Cole, or try to hit MVS on a deep route and let Juju work over the middle and behind or in front of Travis going across the field. Like they know all of this. So hit their ass with a run and stay consistent with it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like get this shit rolling on the ground, man.
I
Get them
agree.
rolling on the ground.
Now I got one more. I got one more topic to talk about. Now this
Go
guy,
ahead.
he did a little mini holdout for like a
Who
week,
that?
and then he
Who?
came to training camp because he wanted to get
Oh,
paid.
Orlando. Yeah, Orlando. What about him, Chris?
Yeah, he's not getting no money right now. Yeah, he don't deserve no money right now. Not no big contract. Not no number
Not
one
yet.
left tackle. But now, okay, it could
Not
improve.
yet.
It could improve.
It did last year.
But the first game was kind of like, because they ain't getting no pass rushes. Khalil
Mm-hmm.
Mack was kicking his ass. Then yesterday, and
Ngakwe.
Ngakwe was
Ngakwe.
whooping.
Mm-hmm.
He was whooping his ass. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
those are the
But he,
games. And next week ain't gonna get no easier.
but he, he took these same ass whoopings last year.
He did. He
You
did.
see what I'm saying? I mean, he just could be a slow starter. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
it
hope he
just as
won't.
the gradually the season go on, he get his shit together. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, them ass whoopings something else he taking. They beating him like a drum. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Exactly.
I agree,
Tell it,
Mark.
Mark. See? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, he's getting his ass kicked. Oh,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Rockaway was giving him
Yeah, it
everything.
is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because they know what's coming. All right,
Yeah.
it's getting ready to be a pass, everybody. Well, it's 3rd and 1. Still about to be a pass, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Unless they see Mike Burton out there, they know it's going to be a damn pass. Ain't no damn
Yeah.
creativity. You know
You're
what I'm
right about
saying?
that. They do got to
Shit.
get better. They got to get creative and
Mm-hmm.
incorporate this running game a little bit more, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm
I
telling
mean,
you.
Clyde, he didn't have a good game yesterday. I mean,
Well, hell, he only had 7 carries, Chris.
there was one run where he should have just ran it up the middle, and he had an open hole, and
So, so he,
he
so
bounced
then
back.
you just go
He
away
bounced.
from him altogether and say, "Come on,
No, no,
sit your
no,
ass over here on the bench."
no. I'm not saying go go away from him. And then I wanted to see him more in the passing game too. Like,
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Man, listen, I think that play caller just messed them up yesterday. I don't know. It could have been because they've been playing late window and they're in prime time, and this is first noon game, and everybody was probably still sleeping or something. They didn't have enough coffee. Yeah, next time y'all drink some coffee, put some Baileys in it. That's what I do. They wake me up. So maybe they should try that shit before a noon kickoff.
they ain't get their Starbucks fixed.
Nah, man, they didn't. They was still half asleep. Because ain't no way Travis misses that touchdown. Like he just
Yeah,
dropped that.
yeah.
That's just straight out drop.
That was
You know what
game
I'm
too.
saying?
That would have
That
been
was
game.
ball game.
Nice
Yeah,
ball
that
game.
was ball game.
And
Yeah,
Travis and I believe and Travis had you know what Travis has these games every now and then where his
he
stuff
do.
is just he'll be off, he's dropping
Mm-hmm.
everything. It's just like what's
Mm-hmm.
going on with that?
Mm-hmm.
I remember we
Mm-hmm.
used to blame Kayla, but
Mm-hmm. Hey, that still might be a little bit some of it though, because last week, yikes, yikes,
yeah,
she went off. So he still made me like this motherfucker. I still can't shake her. You know, so could
yeah.
be.
We used to blame Kayla, but now it might not be Kayla no more. It might just be Travis off. You know what I'm saying? So nah, but we'll be all right, man. We're gonna get it together.
Yeah.
They ain't got
Ain't
no
got no
choice.
choice. Ain't got no choice.
Gotta go against terrific Tom
Mm-hmm.
and the fighting Tom
Mm-hmm.
Brady's.
Mm-hmm. And who want to take this ass with the time next Sunday night? I know I don't.
I
Oh,
don't either.
all these fans will lose their mind.
Oh man, it'll be over.
Yeah, it'll be bad, dog. It'll be bad they lose. Time next Sunday.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
So here's, like I said, we'll get it together. I believe in Andy and the enemy and Spags. They'll get these guys right. The leaders in this locker room are still here. They're gonna get it right. They're gonna get these young guys, up to par.
Absolutely.
Sky Moore, he put it back out there. Hopefully he catches a punt, runs one back. You don't want to back there no more.
I mean, I don't think full time. You know what I'm saying? I think you put Cole out there part time. You know what I'm saying? And mix him in with Sky, but I don't think Sky should be your full time punt returner. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Unless that's just something you just gradually working into. You feel me? Like
when McDuffie comes back, because I know they say McDuffie used to.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
they said he used to do punts, so I can see McDuffie when he comes back doing punt returns too. So we'll see. Maybe even put him on kickoff or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So, all right, Clarence, man, we're gonna be out.
You feeling better, man? You feeling better, dog?
I'm good, man.
You feeling better, man?
I'm good. Holla at me next Monday.
Chiefs Kingdom, just relax. You're right.
See how.
Now, what happened if they lose Sunday?
See how I feel.
What happened? How you gonna feel?
See how I feel on Monday. It depends on how we lose too. If it's a hard fought win and just Tom Brady comes down there and does Tom Brady things, then there's nothing we can do about it.
So if they lose 14-12, how you gonna feel?
20 to what?
14-12.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be happy with that. I ain't gonna be happy with that.
Hey man,
you might get me to start blaming the enemy for the play cut.
Hey man, listen. I mean, this is the NFL, dog. You dig? So and they going to Tampa.
Hey, this defense is different from that defense. So yeah, it's a better defense that we playing with. So
yeah,
this is better defense. These boys is gonna come after Pat. This offensive line is gonna have to be on point against Pat.
Man, listen. And I heard that somebody was talking about Jamel Dean and how locked in he is this year. I'm like, bro, like I said earlier, when the Chiefs lose, they beat themselves. Period in the story. Don't nobody just kick their ass. Even that Super Bowl that they lost, they beat themselves by putting that trash ass O-line out there. You know what I'm saying? So when they lose, they beat themselves, dog. Ain't nobody beating them. And you can go back and find it.
And they didn't run the football just like in the AFC.
They didn't run the damn football.
Just like in the AFC Championship game last year. They didn't run.
Yeah. The Bengals didn't do shit that they wasn't prepared for. The Chiefs just didn't fucking execute. And it always comes down to that when they lose ball games. They don't execute. They don't play like themselves.
Yeah.
Teams don't beat their ass. Like, that don't happen. That never happens. So if they lose, it's because they wasn't locked in. They turned the football over. They didn't call the right plays. They gave up big plays, et cetera, man. Like, never fucking fails, dog.
Yeah, I agree.
Never fails, dog.
Well, this was good to Clarence. We needed this. We all needed this. Chiefs Kingdom, we needed this therapy session.
Listen,
so let y'all know, just like Mark says right here, it's a long season.
It's a long season. Tell them, Mark.
Hey, relax.
Keep telling them, Mark, because they don't believe it. They burn his. They want to fire and fire enemy. Tell them they don't believe it. They think it's a shit. Not. Just relax, everybody. Just relax.
Yeah, we need to relax.
It's okay. It's only third game. Just relax.
Yeah. We'll be all right. Tomorrow we'll be back on tomorrow, man. At 6:30. We usually gonna go on 5, but tomorrow our guest, the Tampa Bay beat writer, he's named J.C. Allen. He's coming on tomorrow to talk about the game against Tampa Bay. So be tuned in for that tomorrow, man. We're gonna have a good show, good episode. We always have, when our guests come on, we always have great episodes. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So definitely be looking forward to that live tomorrow
Mm-hmm.
at 6. It's well, it'd be what, it's
So if
six
it's 6
thirty,
your time, maybe
7,
8:30 my time.
8:30 Central Time, so
Mm-hmm.
9:30 East Coast Time. So
Mm-hmm.
be tuned in for that tomorrow. And with that being said, if you are a first time listener of the Arrowhead Chief podcast, you can go to any streaming app and listen to us on all streaming platforms, whether it be Apple, Google, Stitcher, Breaker, uh, all the streaming apps that do podcasts. Arrowhead Chief podcast is on there.
For
And
sure.
if you are want to follow us on all social medias, you see that what Clarence was pointing at up top, right there, AH Chief Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Instagram. Follow the page, Arrowhead Chief Podcast on Facebook, and you can follow us on TikTok. We got a TikTok page too. So follow us. We'll follow you back because hey, we in Hollywood over here. We just fans just like y'all, and we appreciate all the people that follow us. You know, you know, you guys don't have. There's so many cheap podcasts out here. That
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
guys don't have to rock with us, but y'all do. And
Mm-hmm.
just know me and
Mm-hmm.
Clarence, we appreciate it. We really do.
For real, for real, for real, for real. Absolutely,
So
dog.
we appreciate the support and
Yes,
love that you
sir.
guys show us,
Yes,
and we
sir.
hopefully you continue that support. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most
So
definitely.
so until next time, till tomorrow, y'all have a good week. You know, don't let this loss have be a damper in your week. Have a good, awesome week and get ready for Sunday night football next
And,
week.
and don't listen to your goofy ass friends who don't know nothing about no damn football. Let them get you in a bad mood thinking about the Chiefs. Just
Yeah,
relax. You know what it is. You know your team. Don't let people that really don't know nothing about no damn football affect how you feel this week. Have a good week. Cause Sunday night is gonna be Sunday night. So just don't even pay no attention to it.
we appreciate it, Billy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, all right, Clarence, man, we out, man.
We gone. Till next time, everybody. Love. Y'all be easy.